What's going on, family? Kevin and Jesse here with you guys today. The Elite State of Mind podcast. Jesse, how you doing today?
Great, man. How are you?
I am doing wonderful today. Family, make sure that you guys go ahead and like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram page. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. Family, our goal as always is to listen, learn, and grow. So what we're going to do today, family, we're going to continue talking about the levels of love. Last time, we had a really great conversation about that phileo love and what that love is. Make sure you tune into that episode and tell us what you think about it. Family, what I want you guys to share your thoughts and knowledge with us about today is that, that second level of love, that Eros love. Maybe this is the love that decorates the house, that sets up, the nice things, the things that are appealing to the eye. But sometimes you gotta watch whose house you go in.
Very true, very true.
Because every house to go in ain't your house. What is that Eros love?
Man, Eros love is the love that has to do with the physical attributes and nature, the appreciation of the physical realm of individuals.
I like how you said the appreciation of. And what I want to say, family, is you need to have an Eros love for yourself.
Man, yes.
You better appreciate yourself in the physical. I'm not talking about vanity.
Right.
But I'm talking about an appreciation of the body that was granted to you.
Yes.
And you need to be doing some things that make sure that body is operating at peak efficiency.
Yes.
That it is, all the things that it is designed to be and do. Whether that is you need to be taking walks, going to your gym. You need to, if you love yourself, you need to make sure that you're consuming good fuel.
All of that, man. Listen, there are so many of us, and we've all been guilty of not showing ourselves the love that is actually required for this body to operate well. Like you said, we'll start off with the walking. The body has the ability to walk 200 miles a day. Per the setup of, the biomechanics of it, you can walk 200 miles per day.
Boy, you just need to put your Nazarene threes on.
Right.
Lace up them sandals.
Dust them off.
Yeah.
So the reality is you have much more capacity to do the work necessary to make sure the body is well than you think you do, right? Understanding that, from a 30-minute walk that the body releases, free fatty acids for at least the next 12 hours after that particular walk. So if we're carrying a little more body fat than what we should, then we need to begin with the walk. Because it's efficient as turning fat into fuel.
Okay.
That's just the beginning aspects of that. Us talking about, like you said, what we're actually putting into our body. That's the biggest form of hate that we show ourselves, especially in, the American culture. The biggest form of hate that we show ourselves, to completely rid our plates of the vegetables and to take these GMOs, these foods that are, hyper preserved into our body. Like when we ingest that, the reason why, many times that, our body fat actually gets out of control is because whenever we take in these particular preservatives, the body, our stomach, our gut bacteria really cannot recognize these particular foods or what to do with them. So the only thing that they're going to do is store them. It's going to be a spillage. But nobody really wants to hear that because it tastes so good to me. It looks so good and it tastes so good.
That toxic love.
Uh-oh.
That toxic love.
Uh-oh.
Y'all need to break up with that toxic love.
You gotta
break up with them plates. Now, family, when y'all do see me out here with a pint of this Little Debbie's ice cream, don't y'all say nothing to me because I just saw it at the Walmart and I'm gonna get me one. But just know the Lord is working on me
in moderation. In moderation. The thing that we don't know how to be moderate about anything.
No, it's 0 to 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either I'm not eating it all or my plate is full of things it doesn't need to have on it.
Right.
Why have we got so engulfed in, dealing with that Eros love of not looking at ourselves or wanting ourselves to be appealing or desirable to us?
I think we bought into just again the wrong language. The wrong language gives you the wrong idea. The wrong idea gives you the wrong perception. The wrong perception is going to cause you to take the wrong actions. Right? It's just going to change the habits that you know that you should be doing into what you think you should be doing. So we have instruction as to what it is we need to be doing, how we are to care for ourselves. But we choose to take a different route because we're looking outward for an answer that was already given to us internally.
Getting into the bad doctrines.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it is. All right? It's a, for lack of a better term, it's a piss poor doctrine. That's going to allow you to tell you that, hey, you don't need any realm, in any type of self-discipline whatsoever as it pertains to yourself.
Self-discipline and that Eros love, well, them things need to go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we just let that thing spill on over everywhere. And you're giving out love everywhere.
Pretty much. Or what you deem to be love.
Oh, no.
Right? What you deem to be love, passing out around like it's communion.
Oh, no.
Talk about pass me now.
Oh, gentle savior.
Right. No.
Yeah. No, and I think, the purpose of the Eros love, again, this is my opinion, family, tell me if you disagree or if you agree, was so that, the chemicals that are released from seeing something that you desire, from something that, is appealing to you, that is one of the purposes of that Eros love, when you see something or someone that now makes your heart rate elevate. It makes your blood flow. It makes you begin to think, certain things. And in the right situation, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's key.
Right? But like you said,
situation.
You just passing the plate out to everybody. And everybody don't need to be eating off your plate.
Nah.
They don't need a seat at your table.
They sure don't.
Everybody can't come in your house when we're dealing with this.
Yeah.
And there are such, especially today, we don't put enough, we all go, so much, straight to that Eros love without understanding what its purpose really is, in the confines, if you are a person of faith, to keep you and this individual close.
Yeah.
To this person that you have set your affection on is always going to be the apple of your eye.
Right.
So then when you think about this person being bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh,
right, it
has a meaning to you, opposed to, you got meaning to me on Tuesday, right? But on Thursday, hey,
whatever.
We ain't got the same thing.
Yeah.
How do we stay in a place where we use the Eros level of love for what it's purpose for?
Like you said, it has to be maintained in the right confines. Again, because we've misconstrued the language, we feel like it's for everybody. And the reality is, like we said, we have to obtain more self-discipline because it's not for everyone. Everyone can't handle, who you are and what you have to give.
True, very true.
It could be too much, and that's when we see the overreacting and all of this, because we're getting connected to individuals who cannot really deal with the power source that is you. See, we're dealing in, whenever that connection is made, you're dealing in vibration, and you're also dealing in energy. True. So, just like any star, some stars have more energy than others. Right. So if they combine from time to time, well, what do? Either they're going to burn bright because their energies are equal, or one's going to overtake another till they burn out. And
burnout.
You become a falling star.
Oh, don't burn out, y'all.
Right? So
don't burn out.
It's one of those things that you got to be aware of the energy level, the vibration, and the frequencies that in which a person operates on and at, and it's not for everybody.
Very true. In dealing with this Eros love, and as you said with the star, as sometimes they may burn out. When somebody who you did set your affection upon, who you had this Eros love for, when they then tell you, hey man, I just don't have that for you anymore, or I don't have it for XYZ reason. Sometimes, we take it super personal, and I understand because those things can be hurtful.
Right.
But when do we take it as, either one, maybe me and this person have just, grown apart, or two, if I'm no longer in the state of which this Eros love was founded, maybe I should work on getting back there.
Yeah, but that goes what we said, prior episode. Like if we're building only on Eros, then you have a very shaky foundation. So there's nothing really to hold you all, together.
Right.
And like you say, you shouldn't take it personally. That's a decision that the other individual has made. You respect that decision, whether you agree or disagree.
Right.
But if it's your goal to actually work towards bringing it back, then you have to make sure this person actually wants to do that. Because more often than not, we'll see times where one person wants to, hold on and you're going to bring it back, and the other person's like, I don't want to, I just don't feel that way. And so, like you said, the expression of hurt feelings, and there's going to be a lack of really of mental awareness that's there, because the individual is telling you exactly, where they are. Listen, I don't want to do this thing anymore the way I, express myself about you and to you. I no longer feel it's beneficial for me to do so now. So I'm gonna. They're a lot of times by themselves, or maybe they got somebody else, whatever. But you gotta take it for face value.
Right.
The reality is, can y'all get back on the same page? You can. It's doable. It's gonna take some work, but they have to be also willing to that. You can't force them to show that particular expression towards you, and nor should you.
True.
Right? I mean, we had an old bishop, he said all the time, like, listen, if y'all are in this marriage relationship, neither one of you should have to beg for the physical attention, time of the other.
Facts.
Like, stop buying into I'm going to teach you this, or, you didn't do this way, or, I didn't get the gift that I wanted, so he's not getting any. Like, come on. How old? 7?
Yeah.
You understand, what works. Again, this reciprocity thing keeps bringing itself to the forefront.
It won't go away.
Right? People have to understand, okay? Hopefully this helps. Okay, listen. This man, if you're married to a man, this man is going to need that particular physical touch. It's like gasoline
to the fire.
If he's able to receive this particular form of love inside the right context, there is nothing that he won't be able to do or want to do to make sure the relationship is up and going.
Right.
Right? If we just look at the physiology of it, listen, after some time, if a man is not receiving this particular type of love, his testosterone levels are going down, right? His health, I'm talking about markers of, heart rate and all these things are falling down, right? You can literally kill a man. You can literally kill a man by, if they're in that type of long-term relationship and they're not getting this particular type of love, his health is going to decline. Right? Just like in the reverse, if you're married to a woman and you're not showing her the attention and affection, which is the gasoline for her to do the thing that you would like for her to do, then you can't be surprised when she's not doing those things.
When she say, "You remember that time?"
Right. When you didn't have no time.
Somebody else got your time.
Pretty much. Martin was not lying when he said that.
I mean, you gotta rub the feet. You gotta give out the massages.
At least try.
You gotta make an attempt.
At least try.
You know.
At least try.
To do something. Because if not, somebody else is rubbing
Somebody
feet.
else is rubbing. Stop. Ooh, okay, yes.
Don't be upset.
Yeah.
Because you were given the opportunity by this individual to do and be all the things that they needed you to do and be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if either through your own just lack of want to, your ignorance to the attention to their needs, or your own selfishness, again, how long do you expect somebody to stay somewhere and they're not getting their needs met?
Yeah, that not long.
I mean,
to be honest, it's like not long.
If I walk in the store, okay, I walk in Walmart, they're supposed to have X, Y, Z, but I ain't found X.
Right.
Okay, I'm getting a little irritated.
Pretty much.
Now I go to Y, and they ain't got Y. I'm going to Chris.
Right.
Because I know Chris got it.
Yep.
And Walmart don't be mad at me.
Right.
Because when I came in here, gave you the opportunity first, you didn't take care of my needs.
You weren't ready for the opportunity. It presented itself.
Got to be ready for these opportunities. The question I do want to ask you is, what part does the phileo friendship love play in either sustaining or propelling that Eros love?
It plays a major part. So if you want your Eros love to elevate to a higher level, focus on friendship. Right? If you focus on the friendship aspect, what you got?
Yeah, go on and give it to him. Just go on and give it to him.
If you focus on the friendship aspect, like what did we say last time? Hey, care is anticipating the needs
of others.
So that puts you in a serving mindset. Okay? So if you're in a serving mindset, then your actions are going to be of that. You're looking, what do you need? Do you need some more water? Hey, I saw these clothes need to be washed. I wasn't quite sure if they could be dry, but I went ahead and washed them things because I knew you didn't have the time. You're looking for the opportunity to serve. So it makes it easy when it's time to serve again in a physical realm.
Now you have created that opportunity.
You've created an atmosphere to where that is going to be the natural progression that's going to take place.
Right, because now you've done some things, and to my eye, when I think back on what you've done, without me having to ask, without me having to prod, to beg.
There you go.
And now I look upon you with a certain desire. My level of affection has changed because you have, without me saying anything to you, showed me this affection.
That's right.
And like you said, now the fire just burns even more. Now it's a 12 o'clock text.
That's right.
What you up to?
Yeah. Wait till I get home.
It's one of them. But then on the other hand, why so often do we just we forgo that phileo love and oh hey, I laid your clothes out for you. Oh hey, I went ahead and made bottles for you. Oh hey, I went ahead and vacuumed today for you.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do none of that. But I need you to do what I need you to do.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. Right. I think a key to it is we have the book here in front of us. 5 Love Languages. Gary Chapman. It's a bestseller.
Yeah, for a reason.
For a reason, it's a bestseller because hey, is there a lot more to it than that? Yeah, but it's going to give you a good starting point of a person you're dealing with is you're going to find what they need inside of these 5 areas, right? You're going to find they respond to this acts of service, or they do well, with gifts. So like you said earlier, what's important to me may not be as important to another person, but I got to study to know what I need to do, and that from my friendship love, I should be taking my action because off of that. They like the acts of service. Let me make you a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? That's important. That's showing love. Oh my gosh, yes. They gone off to work or something. Man, they made that sandwich. Now let me see what I can do for them.
I'll never forget when I was at UCO, man, my best friend, I call him the chief. For some reason, we were sitting there hungry, broke. And he was we were talking about sandwiches. He just looked at me and said, "Man, you've had a sandwich made with love." He said, just a sandwich made with love.
Yeah.
And, now being old, you're like, I know what that brother was saying. When somebody does something for you, just out of love, as simple as making the sandwich, as simple as bringing you a cup of coffee, as simple as getting your gym bag ready, whatever these things are, but when they do them in love, there's a totally different response that normally you're going to have.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the act and the thought that this person put into your well-being, like you said, into your care.
That's right.
Into, again, seeing you succeed.
Yes.
And that, that's when I believe that Eros love goes to, the next level. It passes through the mundane. It's no longer, okay, well, every Saturday at 6:30. We got this weekly appointment. Then it becomes spontaneous.
Right.
Then it becomes just.
I'm stoking that fire by the acts of service, man.
All the time.
Or just the thoughtfulness that's there. Yeah.
Jesse, before we get out of here, what are some of the pitfalls of one, letting your Eros love, go out. But then, first let's go with only having an Eros love. And then, let's say you have established your phileo love, but then letting the Eros love burn out. Okay.
If you only have an Eros love, then you don't have much of a foundation. Right? Because it's merely on, the outward appearance. And if that's the case, that's going to change.
Right.
At some point in time, that can change. Just through time, it's going to change. God forbid there's any injuries or anything of that nature, then it's not much to actually stand on. Not much going to be there because it's predicated on, what you see. And so the next time you see something that, looks a little better to you, that's what you're going to jump to. Right? So it's problematic. It's not a good foundation to be on. And so secondly, if you have a good foundation, a brotherly love, and you've allowed, your physical love to wane, do whatever you can to hit the reset button, to restart. And the main thing we can do is begin to study again, right? Because when you really have a good friendship with somebody, right, you're paying attention.
Sure.
Yeah, you're paying attention. So I say go back to that particular part where you begin to pay attention again, and you're watching just the simple things.
Your first words over.
Yeah, you're doing the first work over. Like, hey, how you do that? I really like the way you folded that shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you're doing simple things like that to begin to say, oh, so everybody knows that we're paying attention to one another again. Hitting that reset button.
I become attentive to you and your needs again.
Definitely. I just want to let you know I'm in the game.
Right.
I'm back in the game and I'm paying attention because I don't want, Johnny to pay more attention to you than I'm paying to you.
Right.
Because I know that means something to you.
Right.
So no. Since you're here, I'm going to make sure that I'm paying attention and can't nobody see you the way I see you. Right? So you got to know that it's important to let that be known. That's not always, from the gift and that and the other. That builds upon itself.
Right.
But they're fully aware that, you on my radar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see you. And it's a thing. So, taking it from there and building from that, it is huge.
Family, what I want to leave you guys with today is if you have, fallen into the trap that your Eros love isn't where it needs to be, man, let's first go look at ourselves. And do we excite ourselves?
Ooh.
Do I look at myself? Hey, big dog, you doing that thing today?
Yeah.
Hey, that shirt fitting nice today, homie. Like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Is my language to myself one that will excite me because then my vibration
Yeah.
it has no choice but to excite somebody else.
It's raised, man.
So whatever it is you need to do to get that Eros love back for you, sometimes you might need to cut some people off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you need to cut some plates off. Sometimes you need to, you need to cut some shows off.
Yes.
And you need to take in some positive things and get around people that are encouraging you. But can't nobody encourage you like you.
Like yourself. Yeah.
Because who talks to you more than you do?
Nobody.
And if somebody is, you might need to reevaluate that thing.
Got to reevaluate their language.
So make sure, you have looked at yourself and you are doing the things, and be very intentional about how you feel about you, so you can get back to a place of excitement for yourself. Right. Family, make sure you guys go ahead and drop us a comment about what you thought about what we talked about today. We would love to hear from you guys and your thoughts about, all the levels of love. We thank you guys for tuning in with us today. We know it would not have been what it was had you not taken time out to give us a listen. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You can also find us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later.